In light of yesterday's events with the Star Wars fanbase collectively losing their minds over the $1,000 UCS Death Star, I thought I would talk about why that LEGO set is not worth buying, and I'm going to suggest some other LEGO sets that are definitely worth buying. So we do have our first image of the box of the UCS Death Star, what it's going to look like, and it's safe to say that most people were very underwhelmed by what they saw. Is it as bad as the first leaks and rumours suggested? Well, no, it's definitely not. In fact, I do think it does have quite a clean aesthetic and it could look quite good on display. But if we're going to be honest, this is nowhere near worth $1,000, and it's a real shame that LEGO has decided to go with this design and make this their first ever $1,000 LEGO set. And it's safe to say that people were not happy with what they saw. I think the main problem with this LEGO set is that there was only ever going to be a finite amount of people that were going to be able to, one, afford the LEGO set, and two, actually go out and buy the LEGO set. And what they wanted and what they expected was completely different from what we see in this image. I think what people wanted and expected was a blend between the UCS Death Star 2, the 2005 version, and then the 2016 Playscale Death Star set. I think that probably would have been the way to go, and for $1,000 I'd see no reason why that could not have been achieved. And then to make matters worse, there are 36 minifigures, which I guess you have to give credit for that amount of minifigures, but the minifigures that are included, most of them are not exclusive, and most of them are not the best versions they could be. They don't have dual moulded legs, which only cost 79 cents on Bricklink or Pick-a-Brick Wall. And yeah, that's just a really big issue in my opinion. So yeah, people were not happy with this, but I have seen one defence of it that I'm just going to quickly rebuttal, and that's the fact that this set does come with over 9,000 pieces, and many are saying that that is a really good deal. And yeah, I wanted to make this video to kind of talk about why it's actually not a good deal, and we're going to take a look at some LEGO sets, add up their piece counts, and obviously we're going to have a budget of $1,000 to do that. So let's take a look at some of the LEGO sets that I've picked, see how many minifigures, how many pieces, and all the different sets that you can get for under $1,000. So if you don't want to buy the UCS Death Star, but you've got $1,000 burning in your pockets, then take a look at some of these picks and see if they interest you. The first bunch of sets that instantly caught my eye, and it's actually only 2 sets, but they are both 10 out of 10 LEGO sets. And that is, if you bought Rivendell and Avengers Tower, that equates to $1,000. Well, if you buy both of those LEGO sets, that will give you 46 minifigures and 11,300 pieces. So nearly 2,500 more pieces and an extra 10 minifigures. Not to mention that both of these LEGO sets have absolutely no flaws. They are flawless LEGO sets. They are 10 out of 10 LEGO sets. So if you don't want to buy the latest UCS Death Star, then that is certainly one option. If you're not a massive Star Wars fan and you are happy to get a Lord of the Rings set and a Marvel set, then yeah, I would highly recommend both of those LEGO sets. Another bunch of LEGO sets that equates to almost exactly $1,000 is if you bought the Battle Bus, Rivendell and the Lion Knight's Castle. All of those LEGO sets will equate to $1,000, and what does that get you? Well, again, that gets you 46 minifigures and 11,500 pieces included in all of those sets combined. The Battle Bus is quite easily the best LEGO playset currently available. I can't think of any that are better than that, especially around the $100 mark. Then we also have Rivendell, which is probably the best display set that you can currently buy right now. And then the Lion Knight's Castle, which is nostalgic, it's an amazing play set, it looks fantastic on display. So yeah, all of those LEGO sets are 10 out of 10 LEGO sets. You get more pieces and more minifigures. Okay, so another option, if you're as big of a Lord of the Rings fan as you are a Star Wars fan, then I would go for Rivendell and Barad, because that is actually less than $1,000. It equates to about $960, and for that you again get 11,500 pieces and 25 minifigures. So a little bit less on the minifigure count, but far more pieces, and having both of those LEGO sets displayed next to one another would look incredible. Okay, well let's say you don't buy Lord of the Rings LEGO sets. Let's say you simply want to buy UCS Star Wars LEGO sets. Well, did you know that you can buy 4 UCS Star Wars LEGO sets for the price of this one UCS Death Star? So these are the ones that I've found that will equate to less than $1,000. You can buy the UCS ATST, the UCS TIE Interceptor, the UCS Jango Fett Slave 1 and the UCS XWING, all for under $1,000. And in terms of piece count and minifigures, that will equate to just over 8,300 pieces, but only 6 minifigures, so far lower on the minifigure count. But hey, you're getting 4 UCS Lego sets for the price of this one. And the final pick that I've come up with is basically a really good blend of a UCS Lego set and also some of the best Lego play sets currently available at this time. So for just under $1,000, I can get you 5 really good Lego sets, with those being the UCS Jango Fett Slave 1, which I think is a 9 out of 10 Lego set in my opinion. You can also then get the Fortnite Battle Bus, which I think is a 10 out of 10 Lego set, the Dungeons and Dragons Lego set, which I think is a 10 out of 10 set, the Jaws Idea set, which I think is a 10 out of 10 set in my opinion. It's an amazing display piece. And then you can also get the Desert Skiff and Sarlacc Pit. All of those sets look really good on display. You can have a ton of fun also playing with them, and it equates to less than $1,000. And let's be honest, if you shop around, you can easily find some really good deals on all of those Lego sets that will bring it far below kind of $800. So all of this is to say, if you don't want to go out and buy the UCS Death Star, there are still some really good options currently available at the Lego store or Walmart or Target that you can still go out and buy and have a lot of fun with. There's certainly going to be a lot of hype and FOMO around this Lego set once Lego ambassadors and large Lego YouTubers get their hands on this Lego set and start to review it. But I just wanted to make this video and simply say you don't have to buy this Lego set. There are still some really good options for under $1,000. Your office or your Lego room is going to be really pimped out by how cool some of these Lego sets are. Anyway guys, I hope you have enjoyed this video. If you have done so, please be sure to hit the subscribe button as it really does help the channel out. Thank you so much for watching, have a great day, and I'll see you on the next one.